So hello, I am Julia and I'm here with Lisa Joe and we are here to bring through the light anchor healing intention for the month of February. As you may know, we are directing our healing intention with the support of the archangels and the ascended masters into various places around the planet, various issues. And as one of the themes that we are working with this group is to direct the energy into the chakras of Gaia. This was actually what the higher dimensional beings guided us towards. They suggested this as something that we would do. And this month we are working with Gaia's second chakra, the sacral chakra, which for those of you who don't know, and I didn't know, is at Lake Titicaca, which crosses Peru and Bolivia. I didn't know anything about this lake, but there's some beautiful traditions associated with it from the native peoples that really support what we feel this time is all about, which is the creation of the new earth. So I did actually share in the Facebook group some information for a blog. I would just like to reread that here. I really feel that directing the energy into the sacral chakra of Gaia at this time really supports the creation and the building a strong foundation for the new earth, and also for us developing and changing, evolving into the new humans that we are here to experience ourselves as at this time. We felt that very strongly when we read this. So I will just read it for us all now. Throughout history, people have seen Lake Titicaca as a symbol of new beginnings. This powerful energy center on Earth represents not only the start of life, but also its ability to grow and change. As a place of ongoing renewal, Lake Titicaca reminds us of life's potential to reach balance and harmony. And so that is um, following on from last month's intention for the renewal and rebirth and the potential of the magic of transformation in Gaia, and then really supporting us being able to grow and change and evolve into a more loving, more conscious, more evolved version of ourselves as humanity.
The higher dimensional guides and helpers this month are our regular guides, Archangels Michael and Zachiel and Serpis Bay. They lead the way for support. But this month we also had a few returns that let us know that they definitely still wanted to be here with us. And we'll talk a little bit more about them later on, but we have the dragons, the plumed serpent and rainbow serpent, and Saint Germain.
The Fire Horse of 2026, Merlin, Kuan Yin, Archangel Jophiel, and the Pleiadians and Syrians and Arcturians.
The crystal helpers to support the amplification of the energy of Gaia's sacred chakra, Lake Titicaca, that is actually located in between Peru and Bolivia border.
And then also a grid suggested to bring transformation, coherence, and regenerative light codes into Gaia, anchoring higher dimensional renewal and codes into Gaia's sacral chakra.
So one of the first stones that they suggested was the center stone, and it's the heart of the grid. It's the golden healer quartz. It's a master amplifier of Gaia's crystalline grid. It channels regenerative, phonetic light and high frequencies, renewal codes into the sacral field, and supports collective healing, coherence, and unity consciousness.
And then they suggested an outer ring with 6 crystals coming in to support that. And there is more information in the document in the group. So maybe we will just tell you the main roles of each of these. So the first being peach moonstone to be placed in the south and representing emotional stabilization.
Then we have the orange calcite placed in the southwest area for cleansing and reset.
And either high grade or fire carnelian in the west for the activation of creative life force.
Then we have the sunstone, which would be placed northwest, empowering the rebirth.
And in the north, tangerine quartz for joyful expansion.
Amber in the northeast, timeline integration.
And then this suggested grid creates an energetic flow, which from south to north focuses on emotional grounding, rising into joyful expansion. From west to east, activation flowing into a deep integration of those activations. And then in the center, holding it all, the golden healer acts as a crystalline sun, just bringing balance and harmony and coherence to the entire field.
What I will say is Julia already put this document within the files, the group files that you can find, and it's highlighted near the top. It just says files, so you can go in there, and ever since we started, everything is in there as far as documents, and it'll give you more of an explanation of what each of these different crystals will do. And we also there have 3 printable grids, the flower of life, the 7 pointed star, and the crystal and earth grid. And natural grids made by your hands, you know, can be done with pictures, statues, rocks, flowers, and greenery, are limited only by your imagination. And we just want you to know that you don't have to have the crystals. A lot of people don't have them, or they may be limited on what they have, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to go out and buy anything, but make this grid come from your heart. That's the most, I think, appreciative one that we can do, is the one that actually comes from our heart.
Right. And actually, the grid is not necessary. It's more for people who really want to do it and enjoy to activate their intention in that way. All that we ask that you do is each day to light a candle and then to either hold the intention for the amplification of those energies of rebirth and joyful expansion in the earth realms and us evolving into a newer being of us. So you can either do that with a grid or you can do that with a prayer, whether the prayer that we have shared in the group or using words of your own, or you can just like feel into it and be in a meditative state of being. There's all different ways that you can do this. So we invite you to do whatever feels right to you in the moment, and it doesn't need to be the same every day either. The other thing I would just love to say a little bit about is there is the plumed serpent and the rainbow serpent that have stepped in to work with us this time. They are actually associated with this Gaia's sacral chakra. They are the 2 main ley lines that are crossing there, and they are the native names, the ways of referring to these, and then they transfer energy around the planet. So this is a very, it's a great honor for us that they have stepped forward. They stepped forward as an energetic presence to say that they would like to support the work. And then when I think of it, I imagine them carrying the energy that we direct into the sacral chakra of Gaia further out through all the ley lines and directing it around the entirety of Gaia. So it feels like they're a very powerful, supportive presence. How about you, Lisa Jo, when you connect into them?
Definitely. My meditation that the guided meditation I'm going to be doing actually has them in there, and I will give a brief description that almost mirrors what you just said. So their energy is very, I wouldn't say superior, but they're happy that we are coming forward and, bringing their knowledge over into where into the Western world, because it's not so much, they're not so much looked upon in reverence as they are in maybe Peru and Bolivia. And it's really interesting to see who comes forward and what their relationship is when we begin to work with them and see what it is that they want to bring forward. But as Julia said, this is part of the Gaia's chakra series that we're going to be doing. So this is the second chakra, and I'm looking forward to doing the rest as well. Julia, are you ready to start off your messages or channeling that you would like to do today?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will begin and then pass over to Lisa Joe, who is going to take us into a wonderful meditation with these two serpents as well. So just inviting everyone to close your eyes. And taking a few moments just to connect to the breath. Following the in-breath and the out-breath and allowing it to take you deeper into your center. And Archangel Jophiel and Merlin step forward into our space. And Archangel Jophiel brings with her very calm, peaceful presence, very gentle, but also very infused with a playful creativity. And this is what creation in the realms of the new earth is like. She says we come from this very heart-centered, calm, quiet, still place where we are very present with Gaia and with all of humanity, as well as with our own connection to our greater self, the multidimensional self that we are, the divine self. And then we can play with, kind of almost triumph for fun, like, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could do this? And what if we could create this as humanity? And what if my friend group and I'm a soul tribe and I could create this together? And just bringing those very high vibrational, with such a sense of excitement that flows up naturally from the source of creativity within us, that comes from the source that is within us. And so she wishes to begin with an activation for our hearts. That will bring more of this energy of like divinely inspired and infused with enthusiasm and joy and creativity, those kind of co-creations within the realms of the new earth. Bring more of that potential into our lives. So she's beginning now. And then she's asking us to imagine that our heart filled up with this light is naturally sending out threads and cords of light that it's like they're guided to find their own path, and they connect with other people around the world who are light workers, whether they know it themselves or not, and are here to support the lifting of the planet at this time. And the threads, the cords that direct out from our heart are supported by the divine in having this sense of clear focus and direction, and they connect with the threads coming out from others within the Gaia realms who are here to support the uplifting and the elevation of Gaia at this time, creating a network, a lattice of threads of light all over Gaia. And just holding Gaia in that energy of expanded potential and expanded creativity, expanded joy, and co-creation with each other as humans, coming into more of our divinity and working with that to see what we can create that is new and that really supports Gaia in being activated in her energy. The Sacral Chakra, they're saying, is very important for us being vital and having a true sense of fulfillment. And that is what we want to create on Gaia as a whole, life that is vital and life force infused with life and source flowing through us in creativity to create new ways of being, new ways of interacting with each other and the earth, new technologies, spiritual technologies, as well as the more 3D sense of the word technology, all that support us as humanity in coming into greater balance and harmony with Gaia and a greater expanded joy and creativity within ourselves. And then Merlin is stepping forward and giving each of us, so if we just place our hands to receive it with palms up, an orange ball of sacred fire. And he is placing in Gaia's Sacral Chakra at Lake Titicaca here a similar but larger ball of orange fire. Now, and is asking us to take this ball of fire that he has placed in our hands and energetically imagine that we can insert it into our sacral chakra just below the belly button. We just place our hands close to our stomach, and it's like the light ball, the orange light ball, melts through our skin and tissues and just ends up in the perfect place in the center of our sacral chakra. And then he is bringing through his divine infused magic of renewal and rebirth and collective transformation to support on both a planetary level. And he's saying that then from Gaia's sacral chakra, this energy is being passed out through the ley lines of the planet to every place upon the planet, especially those that need it the most, that are stuck in like the rigidity of like battle or terrible oppression. And also now radiating out from our sacral chakras into our cells, activating us on this cellular DNA level. So that we too may access more of this playful, joyful creativity and like a way of interacting with life that is fun, pleasure filled, because not pleasure in like the 3D sense, but pleasure because we feel the life and the flow of divine and of the embodiment of the divine self flowing through us. The dragon's also clearing density within Gaia as we receive these other activations, clearing also our karmic timelines on our behalf. And the last activation that all the beings supporting this month's intention want to bring through for us is a balancing and harmonization of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within each of us. Thank you. And as we continue to rest in those energies and the receiving of those activations, pass over to the beautiful meditation that Lisa Jo is also going to share with us.
That was beautiful, Julia. Very beautiful. So Go ahead and if you need to take a moment to go ahead and shift yourself, you can do that now. Reposition yourself. Just as long as you can hear my voice, that's all that matters. This is a meditation of flow, remembrance, and deep connection to Earth's living wisdom. And I'm inviting you to journey with me to Lake Titicaca, located between the Peru and Bolivia. It is one of the Earth's most sacred power points, where two of Gaia's great ley arteries, the plumed serpent and the rainbow serpent, intersect there. These ancient energy lines carry the planet's life force, known as telluric energy, and converge here to activate the Earth's second chakra, the center of creation, flow, and life-giving vitality. So go ahead and take a slow, deep breath in, and when you're ready, gently exhale. And allow your body to soften, your shoulders to relax, your jaw to loosen, your breath to find its natural rhythm. And with each breath, feel yourself becoming present here, now, safe, supported. Imagine roots extending from the base of your spine, from the soles of your feet, gently anchoring you into the living body of Earth. You are guided now to Lake Titicaca, cradled high in the Andes, where water meets sky and ancient memory lives within the land. Sense the stillness of the lake, the depth beneath its surface, the quiet power held within its waters. This place is known as Gaia's second chakra, a center of creation, flow, and life force, where energy does not rush, but moves with intelligence and grace. Beneath the land and water, two vast energy currents converge, the plume serpent and the rainbow serpent. They move like luminous rivers of consciousness, carrying the Earth's telluric energy through stone, through soil, and sea. As you breathe, feel this sacred convergence begin to awaken within you. There are two activations. The first one is from the plumed serpent. So visualize the plumed serpent emerging gently from the earth. Its form both grounded and light-filled, scales shimmering with emerald and gold feathers, moving softly like breath. This serpent carries the wisdom of ascension through embodiment. the knowing that spirit and matter are not separate. See the plumed serpent coil gracefully around your lower abdomen, your sacral center, awakening creativity, vitality, and inspired flow. Feel warmth, movement, and gentle activation, not forceful, but pulsating and intelligent. Silently or aloud, repeat after me. I allow creative life force to move freely within me. I honor the sacred union of earth and spirit. I rise in harmony, grounded and inspired. Let the plumed serpent settle into your energy field, anchored, present, and alive. The next activation is with the rainbow serpent. Now sense the rainbow serpent, vast, luminous, fluid. Its body woven of color, light, and water. This serpent carries the codes of emotional flow, healing, and balance. Moving through the earth like living memory. See the rainbow serpent flowing through the waters of Lake Titicaca, then gently weaving through your body, through your hips, the womb space, creative center, washing away stagnation, old emotions, and stored tension. Feel softness returning, fluidity, ease. Silently or aloud, repeat after me. I move in harmony with Earth's living waters. I release what no longer needs to be held. I allow balance, flow, and renewal. The rainbow serpent completes its journey, leaving your energy clear, vibrant, and aligned. Feel both serpents now, plumed and rainbow, anchored within the earth and reflected within you. Two currents, one harmony. as they stabilize, your own sacral center glows softly, aligned with Gaia's second chakra, connected to the living ley arteries of the planet. Take one final deep breath in and exhale slowly. When you are ready, gently return your awareness to your body, bringing this connection with you, grounded, flowing, and awake. So some of the aftercare is, of course, you want to stay hydrated. If you had any type of experiences or imagery that came through, you might want to journal it while it's fresh in your mind. Listen to your body. You may feel like you need to rest or take time for yourself. You may even want to take a soothing bath. There is no wrong way. Thank you.
That was truly beautiful, thank you. As well as the powerful energy of the serpents themselves, I felt the energy of the water of the lake. It's like it's rising in our bodies and activating, like cleansing out the old and bringing in the renewal for us. And then the rainbow serpent at the end there, like breathing rainbow infused crystalline rainbow light into all of the Gaia realms and helping to raise us as Gaia into the higher dimensions. So I'm not journaling, I'm sharing here just what came through for me. They were showing me how these energies are working with us and working with the planet, and it was very beautiful. So thank you so much, Lisa.
They have such a different type of energy than some of the other beings that we have worked with. And I really take it as an honor that, they came forward to do this with us and be companions with us for one huge mission as many light workers. And whether they're light workers and they know it or they're not, it's still when we all converge and one mind meets another mind. I feel like all of these different connections, even though they're maybe communicating at different times in different ways, it all meets together and it becomes very powerful for the new earth. So I did a spoken activation for the grid, and I made an image with it, and I placed it within the group, and it will actually post tomorrow morning. For the U.S., it would be our February the 1st. And I'll start it off with, and then Julia can pick up where I stopped. I call forth the ancient currents of earth, the plumed serpent and the rainbow serpent, guardian of Gaia's living ley lines, at the sacred waters of Lake Titicaca, where Earth's second chakra awakens. I aligned my body, heart, and soul with the flow of creation.
Plumed serpent, rise within me, awakening creative life force, uniting earth and spirit in harmony. Rainbow serpent, flow through me, clearing emotional weight, restoring balance, movement, and grace. As Gaia's energy moves freely, so too does mine. I am connected, supported, and aligned with Earth's living wisdom. This activation is now anchored, for our highest good, and the good of all. So it is.
Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and grab your light, and before Julia starts us off on our prayer, if you'd like to go ahead and light it, or if you have an electric candle, that will work as well. And I will say that activation, spoken activation prayer that we just did, you can also use that within, I guess I should have posted that, but let me show you quickly before we move on. I know Julia has something, but let me show you what it looks like. Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like, and you will find it, you know, shortly, depending on where you live. Oh, I think I actually put the wrong one up, but it's basically the same image. I don't know how I got the wrong one up there, but you'll see it tomorrow. It's not very important right now. So we already did the prayer. And then Julie, if you want to put up yours.
Yeah, I'm going to share the prayer so that for those of you who haven't been able to print it out yet, you just want to follow it on your screen, you can do so. Okay, I believe that is now there for people to see, and if people also want to light your candles.
I have mine lit.
You might have done so already, that's fine too, of course. And then we are going to go ahead and come into our center, holding the intention of ourself as light anchors, allowing all the energies that the divine wants to flow through us into Gaia at this time to be flowed through us. As we now lift our words together. Beloved source, divine love light, creator energy infusing all. We ask for your grace and mercy to bless the sacred earth at this time and infuse Gaia's chakras, ley lines, and energy grids with your love light intelligence and divine frequencies.
We ask that Gaia's sacred chakra, Lake Titicaca, be lifted up into its highest energetic elevation now. Sorry.
Enveloping.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Enveloping the entirety of Gaia with codes of radiance and awakened in each man, woman, and child a greater potential for transmutation, renewal, and soul-aligned growth.
Generate in the hearts of humanity inner balance and harmony and new creative solutions that support us in co-creating a world of unity and love. Infuse each of us with your light that we may each be ignited in the expression of our unique soul radiance and light.
We call on our highest dimensional guides and helpers. Of course, our regular guides, Archangel Michael, Zachiel, and Serpis Bay, lead the way for support.
In addition to them, this month we have these guides coming forth. Dragons, clear the energy grids and pathways of Gaia and all the beings living upon her to prepare our vessels to receive higher infusions of light. Share your sacred codes of renewal at this juncture of our collective rebirth.
plume serpent and rainbow serpent that meet at the site of Gaia's Sacral Chakra carry the energies of our activation of this sacred energy centered to all the energy nodes of the Earth's grid, activating the land itself into a higher expression of its divine purpose at this time.
Saint Germain, use your sacred violet flame to purify us, bringing us into the higher state of consciousness of the awakened divine self. Fire Horse of 2026, carry us as humanity rapidly forward into the new realms of light, accelerating our evolution and gifting us with the strength and stability to ground the new earth and the new human in these realms now.
Merlin, sprinkle your divine aligned magic through the earth realms, creating a profusion of benevolence and divine aligned miracles supporting humanity's transformation and renewal at this time.
Kuan Yin, allow your gentleness to infuse our body vessels and the transformational timelines, supporting the codes of the new earth in being integrated with loving gentleness, ease, and grace.
Archangel Jophiel, may your magic penetrate these realms, allowing us to birth forth new timelines in which each in the fullest expression of their soul's unique radiance, creativity, abundance, and joy.
Palladians, Syrians, Arcturians, send your galactic light codes to support us in the highest possible elevation of our consciousness at this time, rewiring us as humanity for a new era of love, peace, mutual respect, balance, harmony, overflowing creativity, and joy.
May our intentions be amplified as they are anchored in the hearts of humanity, in the ley lines, and in the new earth grid on our behalf.
So it is, so it shall be. Thank you.
Thank you. Boy, that was beautiful. We'd like to thank everyone for being here with us today. Whether you're watching now or whether you're watching in the near future, we would love to hear your comments of what you thought about this or what it has made you think about that maybe you hadn't thought about before. So please let everyone know that we have called forward. We'd like to thank everyone that has come in to help support Julia and I as missions, as well as your missions as well. So please let them know a thank you of our gratitude.
And let's continue as light anchors this month to really allow ourselves to be opened up this way as another part of our service here, really supporting the energies flowing into Gaia's Sacral Chakra as we work with this healing intention, consecrating and amplifying this energy this month.
Okay, thank you. Bye.